everybody, and welcome to the Pizza Garden program. So, if you take out your take and make bag and take out all of your materials, you should have 3 pots, a baggie full of dirt, and some seeds. And you guys also have some pizza stickers. Those you can just kind of play with and put wherever, just to remind you that you are growing pizza ingredients, which is so fun. So, this is pretty simple. The most difficult part of this is just the waiting part. Waiting for your seeds to germinate or start to grow. So, the first thing that we're going to do is take our 3 little pots. If you have some markers at home or crayons and you wanted to decorate your pots or write on them what we're going to plant in each, you could do that. So we have 3 different types of seeds. One is labeled with a B, which is for basil. That's an herb that goes in the tomato sauce in pizza. That helps it to taste really yummy. The second one that's marked with a T is for tomato. As we know, tomato sauce is made with tomatoes. And then the P is for peppers. Those are bell peppers, which can be used as a topping, or sometimes some folks use those in their sauce as well. Obviously, there's lots of other ingredients in pizza, like cheese and crust, but unfortunately, we can't grow those. So these are just a couple of ingredients that are in pizza. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to want to do, which I actually went ahead and did ahead of time, was I took some markers and I kind of decorated my pots and I wrote on each one what's going to go in there. So on this one I did tomato. On this one I said basil, which is usually green, so I made it green. And this one I did peppers. You could obviously do this however you like with whatever colors. So take your time. If you want to press pause so that you can decorate your pots, go ahead and do that now and then come on back. Okay, so once your pots are decorated, the next thing that we're going to do is take some of our soil and fill up our pots just below the top. We don't want it to be all the way filled because we really don't need that much dirt. So maybe like a little more than half is fine, like that. Okay, so go ahead and do that with each of your pots. If you don't have your dirt in a cup, if it's in the bag, you can just take your pot and scoop it right into the baggie and get your dirt out. Okay, so there we go. Just give them a little tap, make that dirt even. Okay, so I'm going to start with this one, which is my peppers. So I'm going to take my bag that's labeled with the P and open it up. Now there's a couple of seeds in each one. You really only need to plant 1 or 2, but there's extras just in case because they're pretty tiny in case they get lost. So here's my pepper seeds. So all I'm going to do is take my pinky finger, I'm going to make a little hole, and I'm going to drop one of my pepper seeds in there, and then I'm going to gently just cover it up again. And maybe I'll do another one on the other side here. So make a hole with my pinky, drop in my pepper seed, and cover it up. Okay, so that one's done. We'll put it aside. If you have extra seeds, you can put them back in your packet. Okay, next I'm going to do my tomato. So I got my T for tomato. I'm going to open this one up. And the same thing, I'm just going to pour them into my palm again. These are even smaller than the pepper. They're kind of hard to see too because they're a light color. But there they are. So the same thing, I'm going to take my pinky, make a little hole. Cover it up, take my pinky, make a little hole, drop in my seed, and cover it up. Alright, and last is our basil. So that's our B. Basil smells delicious when it starts to grow. So these seeds are really tiny. They're tiny and black. So be careful. I gave you some extras, so if you fall down and you lose them, it's okay. So just like before, make our little hole, drop in 1 seed. Cover it up gently. Go on the other side, make a little hole. Drop it in, cover it up. Okay. All right, and the last thing that we need to do is just give these guys a little bit of water because this soil's pretty dry. So we don't want to drown them, but just a little bit just to water them in each one. Okay. And that's it. And we are on our way to growing some pizza ingredients. You'll want to keep your pots by a window in a nice sunny spot. Water them when the soil seems like it starts to get dry. You don't want to water them too much because too much water is not good for the seed either. And hopefully pretty soon you'll see them start to sprout. These pots are very special because they're made of a recyclable and biodegradable material where you can just plant these right into the ground or right into another pot if you want to without even taking them out. So if your plant gets super big and you want to do that, then you can do that too. All right, everybody, happy growing, and send us some pictures if you get some great plants. Bye-bye.